The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening on Octo Family? We're taking a look at a SPAC stock that we've talked about a bunch of times, but I finally dug in and actually found their website. It's a little hard to find. They need to hire a professional marketer, an SEO company, and y'all do that, you should reach out to them. They should be hiring right now. Regardless, hey, I found some cool information, and this has probably got like one of the biggest full package teams I've ever seen. It's huge. It just kept going. I saw one today I was looking at doing some due diligence on, and there was only two people. There's literally two people listed on the whole SPAC. I don't even know. I lost count on this one, but we're going to dive in. I got some cool information. I'm just getting amped up, and guess what? This thing is literally, your risk is like this right now. Your risk for buying this stock is maybe more than 0%. They're probably paying you at this point, if not darn close. Why is it sitting at like $10? We're just going to look at the ticker. Started off, right? It started out like $9.65 when this was when SPACs were dead, when people hated them, in October, right? Because SPACs do this for sure. Regardless, it's still only sitting at $10.05. If y'all might know that SPAC commons, they actually have a floor. Even if this doesn't go through, you're pretty much sitting where you're at to liquidate. There's almost zero risk here. Take a look at this. Creating the future of dining. This team is absolutely rock star. I can't think of a better team that you could put together. High impact growth from proven leadership in the food service, retail, and hospitality. So you're getting people that are not just done food, but people kind of all around in the sector. They're saying they got the vision and the experience. They definitely do. Identifying and accelerating a winning hospitality concept requires time-tested vision in multiple domains, not just financial or operational acumen. It's very true. These guys, like, they've got the hype guys who made stuff cool, but then they've got kind of the background people that drove the numbers and made sure everything lined up. It's fantastic. We hold personal relationships with major institutional landlords, which is huge, and have first-hand expertise implementing the latest technology solutions. So I know about Waiter and stuff like that, right? Fastest deep experience dealing with the usual speed bumps that cause scaling issues. One thing I like about this too is a lot of these people I found looking up their backgrounds is they were the ones who started from nothing and came up. Like at 22, they were starting their own restaurants and starting their own clubs or advertising or whatever. And then they grew it to 17, 20 restaurants, 30 restaurants, and then became boards and chairmen and CEOs of other places and shell companies. It's just cool. I've heard them specifically say on a couple videos, which I have way down below if you ever want to watch those after this one, down in the description, where they've said they've got about 12 that they really want. They're going to kind of go down the list and see who they get a hold of. I'm sure that these people have a ton of people on the Rolodex that they can just call up and be like, hey man, can we have a meeting? Come on, man. I'll buy you lunch, whatever. They said dozens of brands a year with a deep understanding of what it takes to win. These guys are aggressive too. The Blank Check Company featuring Ruby Tuesdays. Y'all been to Ruby Tuesdays? Mr. Kanye West has. Founder Sandra Beal and a host of And Pizza. Y'all ever been to And Pizza? It's kind of like a modern, it's like almost like a Chipotle pizza place. You go in and you can just order everything and they just make it right in front of you. It's pretty cool. And Pizza Veterans believes its experienced team gives its advantage, says Ruby Tuesdays. He said that at the bottom line. They've also been promoting. Anytime they get on the news and stuff, they're doing that on purpose, right? This is good. They're already marketing. Sandy Beal, this is the head CEO. He is a decorated entrepreneur, restaurateur, hospitality founder, investor, and executive with dynamic background spanning 6 decades. Dude looks good for over 6 decades of work, man. Come on. As we said, he founded Ruby Tuesdays when he was in college in 1971. He grew up from a concept to 15 units and then ultimately sold it to a big shell corporation and then ended up running that shell corporation. It's pretty neat. He also co-founded Blackberry Farm in 1975, steadily growing it with his family over the following 5 decades into one of the premier luxury resorts in the world. Y'all ever heard of that place? It has been recognized by the Rialtas and Chateau since 1994, as well as named as the Conde NAS Traveler Gold List Wine Spectator Grand Award. Y'all ever won that? Not me. The James Byrd Foundation, as well as a number of other highly regarded awards by industry groups. He's also a major investor in lots of cool stuff, from consumer brands, pizza places, mid-unit Atlantic pizza chains, meatball shops, Beyond Sushi, you heard of that? Custom Foods of America. He's also on the board of First American Bank and Pilot Flying J. You know, think of that correlation right there. So we've talked about that with Bill Ackman, because we're speculating that Mr. Goldman Sachs himself, Mr. Warren Buffett, who pretty much is the top guy for Flying J. If you don't know what Flying J is, it's like a big, huge rest stop / big gas station convenience store, but they're massive. They're pretty cool, right? Anyways, he's got some correlations with it, which is fantastic. We've also said that and pointed out that Goldman Sachs is going in to try to become the majority shareholder of them, I think this year, which is huge. So that means this dude guarantee knows him. Mr. Warren Buffett, I guarantee he does. Windstream Corporation, SSC, Service Solutions, and Arlington Capital Advisors. Then this dude, Doug Jacob, this guy's rad too. He lives by the power of the brand. He's the brand guy, seeking to build businesses that transform commercial brands into cultural icons. Branding, branding, branding. Man, imagine if Canoe were to grab even the first two guys so far. He helped move Tinju Nightclub. Y'all have ever been there or heard of that? Know where that's at? The EM Group's Tinju Nightclub. Expand the Toro brand from Boston to New York, Bangkok to Dubai, and January 2013, which is when Mr. Jacob co-founded Toro. Mr. Jacob sold his position to the group in 2016. Along the way, Mr. Jacob focused on the art of creating immersive experiences. This is the dramatic guy, the sales guy, the dude who gets it. He sees things people don't see. You need this type of guy in your foundation. Found Jaywalk, a full-service creative agency that integrates design and strong business strategy. Art. This guy's cool. Then we got Kevin Reddy, the chairman. He's a quick service restaurant and fast casual restaurant veteran. Wait till you hear about him. Serving in a variety of operational and executive roles. Have y'all heard of McDonald's? Well, he spent some time there. Following McDonald's, he invested in Chipotle in 1998. Chipotle, come on now. Mr. Reddy served as the restaurant support officer, chief operations officer, and ultimately chief operating officer of Chipotle. Huge. He joined Noodles and Company as president and chief operating officer for them. Oh, by the way, he's also the chairman of the board of And Pizza. We've talked about that. And Qdoba Mexican Grill. Do you know what the difference between Qdoba Mexican Grill and Chipotle is, anybody? Anyone ever been to both? How about Todd Higgins, COO? This is a tradesy and luxury online fashion, resale market, and pizza guy. He's also worked with Mongolia Bakery, Catch Hospitality, Chesapeake Hospitality, Orshworth's Bakery, Outstanding Foods, and Ideal Snacks. This guy's kind of a brand guy, but he's more of kind of like the luxury fashion-y side of the market. I don't know. Snack dude too. This chick, Kimberly Grant. She's the chief strategy officer. She is the CEO of Think Food Group, TFG, a premier global hospitality company which owns and operates unique dining concepts created by Jeff Jose Andres, including concepts in the fast casual, again, polished casual, upper end Qdoba's, food halls, you heard of them, and fine dining sectors. So she's like the higher end luxury diner lady. Considered a little Spain, a 35,000 square foot food hall located in New York City Hudson Yards was recognized by the New York Times as the best new restaurant to open in New York City in 2019. That was her. How about Garrett Schreiber, CFO? CFO are boring, man. He didn't do anything cool. I haven't heard any of the companies he's worked for. Enhanced Capital, Stone Point Capital. As long as he can figure out the numbers, he's good. This guy, total interesting feller. Michael Astoria. He's the founder and CEO of And Pizza. Got a lot of connections to the And Pizza, right? Mr. Astoria founded this first company, Innovation Ads, an advertising technology and marketing service firm, at his first job out of college in New York City. Entrepreneur, restaurateur, marketing. Dude, Armani. I haven't heard of anything this guy does other than the Fidelity Management and Research Company. Y'all heard of that? So this could be like the stock dude, right? Because he's a portfolio manager for Fidelity. Come on. Of course I've heard of Fidelity. Stephen Cassin, he's a managing partner of Infinity Real Estate, headquartered in New York City. So this is the New York City real estate guy. See, can you imagine creating a team with all these people we've talked about so far? You've even got the real estate guy that's got the connections. So maybe they can go to one of these companies. They're like, well, we're only in the Midwest. Our dream was to eventually get a place in New York City. They can be like, oh, we got a buddy, Steve Cassin. Yeah, we can get you like a place right downtown. No problem. No problem. We already got empty spots available for you. Let me call them. They got the hookup everywhere. This is the man here. 50 under 40 in the Globe Real Estate Forum publication. Real estate dude. You need this guy. About Alice Elliott, Chief Executive Officer of the Elliott Group, a widely respected executive recruitment agency in the restaurant hospitality industry. You need people. You need good people. You think she might know some? She won the coveted Women's Food Service Forum Trailblazer Award and the prestigious Roundtable for Women in Food Service Pacesetter Award. She sits on the board of trustees and on the Culinary Institute of America. Have y'all ever been to the Culinary Institute of America? Did anyone graduate from there? Pretty neat. Sanjay Shada, co-head investment banking at Concord Genuality, focused on media, digital advertising, and marketing, commerce, IT, service industry. You know, we need the website guy. He needs to do better work on the website here, though. Get it ranking. Advisors, how about Chris Stevens? CEO of CoKinetic Systems, a technology and systems integrator. Prior to finding CoKinetic, he was managing director of chief technology officer of Deutsche Asset Management. Sweet. This guy's also been with pizza. Mr. Stevens began his career in technology by building programs to optimize the management of certain pizza delivery restaurants. So this is like the logistics guy. We're not done yet. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this dude's name, but check it out. He is an American football defensive tackle, investor, entrepreneur, and a long track record of successful ventures. Mr. Suh, I guess his last name, drafted by the Detroit Lions, second overall in the 2010 NFL draft. That's huge. This guy rocks. And was a 2018 season NFC champion with the Los Angeles Rams. He's partnered with the companies such as Ember. Y'all heard of Ember? The Bar Savers Life. Y'all heard of that? Human Ventures, Marcy Venture Partners, and Courtside Venture Capitalists. So has been heavily involved with the real estate development and is an avid investor in the hospitality sector. He's a founder of General's Restaurant Group, which owns, invests, manages, operates, and provides consulting services for hospitality businesses. It's a cool sector to get into. Though his General's Restaurant Group, Mr. Suh is an investor in Blue Sushi Sake Grill, which is run by the Flagship Restaurant Group. Y'all heard of either of those? Mr. Suh has also partnered with Micah Camden, a well-known restaurateur in Portland, Oregon, and together they own Bay's Hot Chicken and Super Deluxe, a boutique burger concept. I think that is an awesome name. It's a little much, but sometimes that's what you need. It's still got a charm and a hook to it. Bay's Hot Chicken Super Deluxe. Who wouldn't want to go get some burgers from a place like that? How about Sanjay Lamba, principal of Buddhist Wolf LLC? I think this is like the background tough dude. I don't know. A private placement firm based in New York City with extensive relationships with over 300 capital partners. This is the hardcore no games finance guy. I'm not done. About Dan Gardner, the CEO of Code and Theory, with a long background bringing conventional media in the life of the digital age, designing cross-platform products and brand experiences for clients in North America, Europe, Asia, all over. Theory to become one of the largest digital-first creative agencies in the United States. Brands like Maybelline, New York, and Burger King. What What does Burger King remind anybody of? How about Mr. Bill Ackman, Mr. Clock himself? He's the one who brought Burger King to the market. I bet you this dude knows Mr. Eyeliner himself. How about Todd Gurley? This guy is rad, dude. Entering into his 6th season in the NFL as running back for the Atlanta Falcons and is distinguished brand ambassador, entrepreneur, investor, and philanthropist. He rushed for 5,400 yards and 58 touchdowns on 1,265 carries and has been named to the Pro Bowl 3 times and was named Associated Press's first-time All-Pro in 2017 and 2018. Why does this matter? Number one, connections, but number two, drive, dude. People don't accidentally come up with those numbers. If you don't know, this guy is legit. Gurley has drafted 10th overall in the 2015 NFL draft by the St. Louis Rams and joined the Falcons as a free agent in 2020. Prior to the NFL, he attended the University of Georgia. He's really in a Tarboro, North Carolina native, so he's from North Carolina. In 2019, he founded the Make a Difference Every Day Foundation on the principle of supporting youth by focusing on their physical, social, educational health. So you got the philanthropy thing. That's the philanthropist stuff, right? Aims to give youth unique perspective through life, sports, education. That's great. He also serves as ambassador for brands like Nike, Gatorade, BMW, Hulu, T-Mobile, Pizza Hut, American Airlines, Neptune Ice, Activision, and more. So any of the restaurants are like, dude, we'd like to be in a video game. Can you put us in the new Grand Theft Auto or something in the background? We want to be the pizza place in the background. You'd be like, yeah, let me call up Activision real quick and see if they can't pull some strings. Pretty neat. How about Miss Allison Page? I promise you that we're almost done. Chief Product Officer of 7 Rooms, a data-driven operations, marketing, and guest engagement platform that empowers hospitality operators to maximize revenue, build loyalty, and personalize experience. Dude, 7 Rooms, a venture backed by Amazon, Comcast Ventures, and Providence Strategic Growth, and has been named in Inc.'s annual list of best places to work for 2020. This chick has got some Amazon and Comcast phone numbers. Maybe Amazon's going to start, maybe they could pair Amazon up doing a restaurant. Why does Amazon have a restaurant? Like, why can't they have restaurants in Whole Foods or something like that? Or why doesn't Amazon buy restaurants? You know it's coming. They're already selling the food. Why don't they sell making it pretty? Sits on the board for Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and the Pillsbury Institute of Hospitality Entrepreneurship at Cornell University. Anyone ever been to Cornell? Anyone graduate from there? So that's the whole team. Can you believe it? Did you believe me when I said there's over 2 and a lot? Does anyone know a SPAC that's got more people on the board and work for them? This is clustered, but I feel like if these people cannot pull off at least something close to a unicorn, I don't think any team is going to be able to. No matter what objection someone's going to bring up, these people should be able to overcome it. They should be able to easily. Can you imagine sitting in a boardroom with all these people? Any avenue you want, anything you want, we can get it for your restaurant, all right? Sign here. Check this out. So, on a video with Bloomberg, come watch it down here if you want. I saw this and copied it, and it said fast acquisition companies looking to get included. They're trying to get Five Guys burgers. You ever been to Five Guys? It's basically a rip on In-N-Out Burger. I think that'd do great. Raising Cane's, you ever been there? It's a deep fried chicken place. And then Zaxby's. I have no idea what that is. Does anyone know what Zaxby's is? Regardless, that kind of gives you 3 potential targets and areas they might be trying to go towards. You know, I think Five Guys, a lot of people know about Five Guys. They're all over the whole West Coast, slight middle United States too. So that's the problem with In-N-Out is they don't branch out. You have to have palm trees right in front, right? I don't know. Five Guys broke it, said, forget the palm trees. We're just giving people burgers and fries. Got another video down here if you want to watch them ringing the bell and talking to people. Regardless, say, if you can't tell, I like this one. If you want food exposure, what other place are you going to get it? Especially with almost 0 risk. Of course, you can go over and get the Warrants, which do, of course, have risk. A long-term subscribers buy it when we first started talking about it down here when it was 81 cents. Are you still in it, or did you flip out and you're out now? Either way, it's cool. Regardless, though, I mean, you know, the way SPACs are at now, this is sitting at $1.66. It's not too terribly high for warrants for a higher, I'm going to call this a higher end tier 1-ish SPAC. Right? I mean, a lot of tier 1 and even tier 2 and tier 3 SPACs are like over $2 or $2 right now, if you ask me. So if and when this does find a target, as long as SPACs aren't totally in the bottom of the roller coaster down and dead at that point, I don't see how you will lose money, even on the warrants at all. Because someone else, am I missing something? I know it's not electronic vehicles, but what a breath of fresh air if you ask me. Is anyone already in this? Is anyone going to get in after watching this video? What do you think? Put it down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. Definitely helps out. We also got a Patreon where I let y'all know about plays. I even let you know about videos before I get them out. That way you get a little bit better entry. A lot of people are making a ton of money. I love it. Developing a great community. We have a Discord that we have, and we're getting some great people all over the world exposure that are bringing articles from like Israel and stuff that none of us could read, but they figured it out. Cool little things like that. We'll see y'all out there. We got more videos to come. Stay tuned.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.